Alrighty, hi guys. There's where we left off last, and next we're going to go back into pattern focus. Remember, I'm at a website, not an app. There's no app. Doesn't exist. We're going to go into Pod Box. And there we go. We are going to draw a box. Inside the box, we're going to put a rice shape. We have a lot of rice shapes in this particular combination pattern thing, which is how they all work together really well because we have all those rice shapes. Then on the outside of that rice shape, we are going to do another rice shape. Like an aura of that rice shape. Inside the rice shape, we're going to put 3 circles with a little line to make it look like little pea pods. Then we can color in the background and put stripes there. That's the finished thing. Or the variation is to color the pods and do striping, which I think is where I want to head. And there's a sample where you put them in all 4 going different directions in the corners. That's not how mine's going to look because I'm doing it on the outside edge of what I've already got drawn. So turn on my light. And what I have to decide is, am I going to do them here in the corners going the way I've already got them, which I think is what I'm going to do, or do I want to make them a diamond shape? No, I don't like that. Okay. I answered my own question. Okay, so let's draw all the way around the squares that I've already put in there. Let's see, zoom out just a little bit for you guys. I am going to draw here, the outside edge. It's a long line to make straight. It's a bit of a challenge. I've already put it in pencil, so if you didn't see the previous 2 videos, I will try to remember to put them in the end thing so that you see them. Make these squares. All the way around. Very easy. Like so. Okay, so now I got my squares all the way around the outside. I'm going to do the rice shapes. I think I'm going to make them into a zigzag pattern. I think. Let me think about that for just a second. So, question is, should I make those pods, the rice shapes, should I make them in a zigzag sort of fashion? Like that. Can you see that? I'm doing it really light, but should I do it like that, or should I do it all one direction. Like that. That's the question. I actually think I prefer this. I thought for sure I was going to prefer that, but I don't think I do. All right. Well, that answered that question. Let me erase that. I don't think I need any of that. Let me make sure I have all my pencil lines erased while I'm at it. While I'm here, make sure I've completely erased all my pencil lines that I didn't actually manage to get pen on top of. Okay. So, that answered that question. I'm going to make them all going the same direction. Who knew? Let's do them one rice shape all the way around. Okay, next question out of my book. If you could have prevented one event in history, what event would you eliminate? The Holocaust? That came first and foremost to mind. There are many horrific events in history that are worthy of eliminating. But that was the one that just popped straight into my head. So that would be my answer. Basically any of the world event history where one group of people decide that another group of people are unworthy and need to be eliminated from this earth, all of them are that needs to have not happened. There are many, many, many genocide events in history, and they just all need to go. But the question was one, so that came up first. If you could rename your hometown, what would you call it? Didn't we have that question already? Have I done these questions already? I don't think so. I didn't remember the bathroom question from the other day. So I don't think I'd done these questions already, but maybe I had. I don't know. Excuse me. I just had a thought and I needed to write it down before I lost it. Okay. I don't think I would rename my hometown. And what do you consider your hometown? Is your hometown where you live now? Or is your hometown where you grew up? And is your hometown where you grew up mostly in your childhood that you remember? Or is your hometown where you were born? Because those are different questions. I don't know how you would decide what you would want to rename your hometown anyway. That's kind of a weird question. Isn't it? Would you guys want to rename your hometown? And seriously, which place would it be? Would it be the place I was born? Would it be the place I spent age 4? Maybe I was, yeah, about age 4. About age 4 to until I was in the 4th grade, so about age 10? Or would it be the place from age 10 all the way up to adulthood? I think that's where I really feel that that's my hometown. That's where I grew up, that I remember living in, and the places where I remember school and I remember my friends. Or is it where I live now? After I've been married and we've moved a couple of times since then. Which place is my hometown? What would you guys think would be considered my hometown? I think I would consider it where my childhood hometown, the one where I remember the most. Ages 10 to like 25, 21? No. How old was I when I got married? I'm trying to remember how old I was when I got married. I was 19 when I met my husband. 18? No, 19. 19 or 20 when I met my husband. I'm trying to remember now. I know when it was. I know the date, but I don't remember how old I was. Somewhere in there. 19 or 20. So that means we got married. I was probably 22. So from 10 to like 22. And then we got married and moved. And then we stayed at that house for a little while. Then we moved again to where we are now. Well, temporarily there was a short period of time where we lived in Grandma's house because our home where we're living now was being built. And we needed to sell the previous home to purchase the home that was being built. So we had no permanent place to live while our house was being built. That was all the way back in 1989. So you guys do the math. You figure out how old I am. Making my pods. Ooh. I forgot to put my phone in my pocket. I try not to leave it on the desk because that makes it where it makes a buzzy noise. Very loud buzzy noise. Sorry about that. That was the garage door going open and closed. Hubby needs to go to the hardware store, pick up some things for tomorrow's work party at church. It's gardening day at church tomorrow. Weeding must happen It's amazing how one week there's no weeds and the next week there are weeds up to your knees. Just amazing how fast that happens. Okay, so now I need to decide, what am I going to do with these pods? I think I'm going to do striping. I think I like that idea. But I think I'm only going to do it on every other one, because I don't want too much. Yeah. Okay, question. If you could teach your children only one lesson in life, what would it be? Be kind. That's it. Just be kind. Everything else falls into place if you're nice. You guys can't see a thing I'm doing, can you? I forgot I zoomed in. I'm sorry. You missed this whole side. Apologize. It's all the same as it was over on that other side, though. So, no biggie. You didn't miss a whole lot. Just going every other square. And making like that. Okay, so now on those every other squares, we're going to color in the striping. And that means I think I'm going to do an 05. Okay, next page. New page in my book. And if anybody's wondering about the book, it's called If, The Questions for the Game of Life by Evelyn McFarlane and James Saywell. Purchased it at the library bookstore like 2 years ago for like $1. If you had to be a member of another family you know, which family would you join? Oh, well, that's not such a bad question. Oh, let me see. I want to see something. 1, 2. How do I want to do these stripes? I want to see what is on the sample. They did stripes there and there. So they did stripes there and there. Okay. All right. There are pretty much already 2 families that we consider family and not just friends. So either of those 2 families would be where I would want to join permanently as a family member. Absolutely. And then inside here, right? Like that. Okay. Okay, next question. If you had to cast living actors to play each of the people with you right now in a new film, who would you choose to play each person? Well, there's nobody here with me right now, so that's kind of a silly question. Can't answer that. And I'm really bad at names of actors and actresses, so like if the question was who would you choose to play you in a show, who would I cast? I don't even know. Who do you guys think should play me? Answer that in the question below. I will forget that I've even asked this question, so in a month when you guys comment on it, I won't have a clue as what you're talking about. But yeah, who should play me? You don't know what I look like, so you can't go by that. So that'd be interesting to know, just based on my general demeanor and personality, voice. Who do you think would be somebody you think would be good to portray me in life in a movie? Why anybody would want to make a movie of my life, I don't know. Let's see. If you had to choose the worst work of art ever created, what would you choose? Ooh. I think I don't understand a lot of conceptual modern art. So like the banana taped to the wall, just weird to me. Don't understand it. Perhaps that one, or there's an artist out there who made quote unquote art out of bodies and body parts and urine and stuff. Ugh. I think that would be worse than the banana. Now that I think about it. Yeah. Any art that's made out of things that will go rotten. Ugh. Yuck. But yeah. Art that's made out of human tissue, not for me. Now, can I say that it's not valid art? I can't make that argument. Because like some people will say what I'm doing right now is not art. Because it's non-representational and they don't understand it. So I can't say that even if I don't understand it, that it's not art. There's just some things that just gross me out too much. That is it. I don't want to be grossed out when I look at art. But that's just my own personal preference. That might be the whole point of the artist's vision and concept of the art, is to gross people out. Just like some filmmakers have their whole point of their film is to scare people. I don't like that either. But that doesn't mean that it's not a valid art form. It just means that I don't like it. All right, we're almost around the outside, which will mean that we will be done here shortly. Whew. Halfway around. Just about. What else can we talk about? Let's talk about the next question. If you had to choose the greatest work of art in history, what would you say is the best? Ooh. There are so many good ones. There are way more good art than there is bad art in this world. So I'm just going to mention what came to mind as the very first thing. Like if there was a piece of art, famous piece of art that I could own and hang up in my own home, I think it would be a Van Gogh. Maybe Starry Night. I don't know. That's where my mind went first. But there are so many good ones. I mean, how could you choose through all of the hundreds of thousands of paintings and sculptures and things that are in museums as to what one is the best? I don't know. I mean, maybe I would choose not a painting. That just came to mind as well. I mean, maybe one of those glass sculptures by Chaluli. Oh my. Those are so stunning. There's just too much good art in the world to pick just one. But the first one that came to mind was Starry Night by Van Gogh. That's the first thing that just popped into my head without thinking about it. So that must be a favorite of mine. Almost done here, folks. Sorry. These can be a little tedious when I start coloring. So absolutely 100% fast forward through these if you want. You will not hurt my feelings in the least. Will it make a difference on the algorithm? Maybe. I don't know. YouTube's doing all sorts of weird things and my income's gone down from what I had before, even though my subscribers have gone up. I don't know what's going on. Good thing I am not a full-time YouTuber. I can see why the full-time YouTubers really are quite desperate to, do the whole like and subscribe thing and do other stuff outside of YouTube to have an income, because the YouTube income stream is unpredictable at best. Okay, one more side. One more side. Okay. Next question. If you had the chance to make one purchase that you have passed up in your lifetime, what would it be? Is there anything I've ever had an opportunity to purchase and I passed it up and I regret it? I don't know. Can't think of anything. I can't think of anything. I mean, there are some things I wish I could have bought at one point or another and didn't, but not because I passed it up, but because I didn't have the funds. But that's different. That sounds like a different question. You know, what do you wish you could have bought if you could have afforded it? That's a different question. There are some vehicles I wished I could have bought at the time that I couldn't afford. This one is called, what's this one called again? Pod, some sort of pod. Turn on my phone again. Pod box. Okay, am I done? Zoom out. I think I'm done. That's an interesting combination of things that I absolutely would not have done without the prompts. So there's that. Does it need any shading? That's my question. And I think it does. Now that it's finished, I think I'm going to shade actually here. And I think I'm going to actually shade here. Which is kind of weird, but I think that's what I want to do. I mean, I could shade individual squares like that inside those, but I don't think that's what I want to do. I think I just want to make a nice, make this stand on top of, I want this to go to the back. So I'm just using a bit of pencil and a great big huge blending stump because I want a big soft look and not a thin one, but I want a fatter blend, if that makes sense. And it's easier to just blend with a big fat blending stump than it is to take a little one and make it a fatter thing. Okay, I like that better. It needed that. I think I want it a little darker on two sides though. Just two sides. I think I want it darker here and here. And then I want it darker here and here. Let's blend that out. Oh, that's interesting. I like that. Okay, that gave me a little more depth. It made this raise up. That made that go down. That's more interesting to me. I think I want more of dark around this one. That needs to go deeper on all four sides because now it looks crooked. This one doesn't, but this one does. Aha. Better. Much better. I like that. Okay. You guys have a great day. I will see you next week where we will move on to the last prompts of the month, which will be steampunk inspired prompts. I'm going to have to think about it a bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to, I think I'm done drawing for today. So I will be back next week when I have a day off. And I'll see you guys later. You guys have a blessed day. Go out and do something nice for someone today and make the world a better place. See you later. Bye-bye.